Kong Hyunmoo is a crystal picker. His daily job is to find the scattered crystal in the magic sewage. There is no justice in this world. 30 years ago, with the emergence of the dungeon, some ordinary people began to awaken. They became powerful people and opened the door to a new world. But all this had nothing to do with me. I am still an ordinary person with no heart and no abilities. There is no possibility of becoming a power user in the future, risking my life every day to work. But I could only get a meager salary of 200 yuan. Just when I was feeling sorry for myself, a man suddenly walked in behind me. He said he was a lawyer. He came here to deliver my father's belongings. I was so confused. I was an orphan, how could I have a father? He handed me the so-called relic. It was a necklace. It didn't look very valuable either. Yuman, the university research assistant who was working with me, told me. It was a prop that hunters used to escape from the dungeon when they returned. This can only be used in the dungeon. I sighed. I was an ordinary person who had never had the chance to enter a dungeon. What's the point of giving me such a thing? I went back to my room where I had no home. He succeeded in taking down the 5-star dungeon. Taihaku is the third example in the world. Not only is he a plutocrat, third generation, and also the strongest powerhouse. He is a person who has had every opportunity since birth. And all I had was a stone of no use. I clenched my fist. I'm not complaining about anything. I just wanted to say, if I could get that chance, I could do what he did. This is the strange stone in my clenched fist. But suddenly there was an ear-splitting buzzing sound. Then a blindingly bright light from the gap in my fist emanated. The next second I found myself in a strange place. The strange panel from before I was born displayed the words "Welcome." I looked around at the crumbling buildings, somewhat bewildered. What the hell is going on here? At that moment there was a ding in my ears. A new mosquito appeared on the panel. The magic power in my body awakened. I looked at the panel in front of me. I was very confused. What the hell is this panel? But once again, a series of prompts appeared. Impossible achievement achieved. Enter the difficulty hell with the lowest level ever. Achieved SSS level of luck. Ranked first in the South Indian hell. Received the title of the strongest man in hell. You are the last survivor. Looking at this series of prompts, I was dumbfounded. What does last survivor mean? I shouted out loud. But no one answered me. I never thought. I was an orphan who received a relic from my father. Because of this strange stone, I came to a ruined city. It was deserted. It was as if I was the only one who existed. The only good news is, I found a large crystal table here. Even that small piece of crystal table is worth thousands of dollars. How much would such a big piece be worth? At least tens of thousands of dollars. I was so excited that I couldn't stop smiling as I held the crystal table. But I wasn't happy for long. The next moment, I coughed up blood. The panel indicated an abnormal status. I collapsed to the ground. I felt like I couldn't breathe anymore. The panel said again, I'm being attacked by the enemy. Enemy? Are you kidding? There was nothing around here. I could feel my life running out. As I was losing consciousness, I received a final message. You have been killed by a level 1 floater. Survival time, 4 minutes and 32 seconds. However, the next second I was conscious again. What the hell is going on here? Was I dreaming? I got up. The panel in front of me told me. The first page of the Hell quest is open. Please stay alive until dawn. I gritted my teeth and cursed. I don't know who made me suffer like this. I will definitely take revenge. But not long after that, I died again. Survival time 5 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm already convinced. Although I do not know what I have done wrong. But I was going to get down on my knees and beg for mercy first. But that didn't help. Survived for 11 minutes and 13 seconds this time. Then I changed my strategy. I started to breathe in and breathe out. Exhale. Intending to suck up all the floating dust. That's when the panel told me to increase my toxicity resistance. This time I lasted 24 minutes and 55 seconds. I never thought that the best way to survive was to breathe. At the 14th time, I was already able to last 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 21 seconds. When the 28th time, I felt very strange. This time, my body didn't feel anything unusual at all. At this moment, the panel indicated that the toxin in my body had reached the critical point. Acquired the rare skill Poison Blood. No more damage from poisoning. What the hell is going on here? Is it because I inhaled too much floating dust? And thus increased my patience. Over time, the blood in my body became poison blood. I couldn't believe it. This is too ridiculous. I never thought I would gain the rare skill. I gained the rare skill Poison Blood. And no longer suffer from poisoning. Although it is very ridiculous. But with my respect for infinite rebirth now, I no longer have anything I can't accept. There are crystal tables all over the place. It would be nice to bring back. It would be worth a lot of money to sell it, right? At that moment, the panel asked me if I was picking crystal tables. I was shocked. I quickly said yes. Then the crystal table disappeared from my hand. The panel told me that the item bar had been activated. The crystal table was stored in the system panel. I can't believe there is such a function. If I could return to the real world, wouldn't I be rich? My mood immediately improved. At that moment, I heard a buzzing sound from nearby. What is this sound? I think I've heard it somewhere before. I turned my head to see. A swarm of black mosquitoes were buzzing, flying towards me. I was so scared that I turned around and ran. What the hell is this? The system panel told me that there were level 3 mosquitoes. Of course I know this is text. Question is, how can there be so many mosquitoes? I certainly don't have wings on my 2 legs. They relentlessly bite all parts of my body. I was thus swallowed by this black swarm of mosquitoes. You are dead. Survival time, 6 hours, 18 minutes, 1 second. Meanwhile, those giant mosquitoes that had bitten me, after their bodies all malfunctioned. With a bang, the whole body burst. A crackling sound was heard in the sky like a firecracker. I was reborn again. Slowly opened my eyes. The system prompted me to level up. Kill 100 or more monsters in one go. Normal achievement achieved. What is this? That means those mosquitoes drank my poison blood. And died. At this moment, the system panel again indicates an abnormal status. Infected with disease. Stamina continues to be depleted. Hearing this sound, I was so angry that I immediately smashed the chair in my hand out. I've come back from the dead. And now I'm told I'm infected with a disease. However, all the struggle was in vain. The system soon told me that my body had accumulated a large amount of germs. My body strength dropped to less than 10%. After several deaths, I finally got used to it again. The panel indicated that I had been cured of the disease. Disease resistance has increased significantly. I can't believe how many tricks I can do. It's amazing. That's when I realized that I had somehow acquired a disintegration skill. Did I just smash a chair to get it? I never thought. Just because I smashed the chair, I got a disintegration skill. This kind of skill can be obtained by breaking a chair leg. But there are mosquitoes that big here. Then it's possible that something like this could happen, right? I picked up the chair whose leg I had just broken. Since we got this skill, then let's try it. I launched the skill Disintegrate. The chair was instantly turned into parts, scattered all over the floor. I looked at the neatly arranged parts in front of me. That's a great skill, isn't it? If you can get the disintegration skill in the same way as before, I could also easily obtain the skill of making items. I picked up the parts of the chair and tried it out. Sure enough, I got the crafting skill. I created a long stick with spikes. Great! I got 2 valuable skills at once. I looked at the corpses of mosquitoes on the ground. Let's try to disintegrate them. I launched the disintegrate skill. Tried to disintegrate the mosquito corpses. After a while, I fell to the ground panting. I'm so tired. Is it so tiring just to disintegrate words? The wings and hell of the mosquito. Mosquito blood 3 materials. I don't know what these things are for. I tried to make it with these 3 materials. I didn't expect to make a rare level hell dart, although it seems to be a consumable item. But it was so easy to make a rare item. It was worth studying. I tried my hardest. I finally finished breaking down all the hell mosquitoes. I launched the crafting skill on the pile of mosquito wings. At this moment, 3 prompts popped up one after another in the system. Huge achievement of unknown status. But the crafting success succeeded in creating a legendary grade item. Crafting ability increased significantly. I looked at an egg the size of a goose egg in my hand. Is this what a legendary item looks like? The system said that this egg has a 50/50th chance of survival and death. It can be hatched under certain conditions or through rewards. So I had to hatch this egg myself. I carefully put it into my chest under my clothes. It was too humiliating. Let's forget it. This is behind me. Suddenly there was a loud clanging sound. I was startled. What is this situation? I quickly turned around and looked over. A kobold had climbed in through the window. I was stunned. How could there be kobolds here? Can you believe it? I'm a level 0 ordinary person. I've entered a dungeon of hellish difficulty. The only good news is, I don't die. Every time I die for various reasons, I would be reborn. My body has been forced to adapt to the climate here. Just when I thought I could live a little longer this time, a kobold appeared in front of me. He quickly spotted me hiding behind the wall. With a long knife in his hand, he rushed towards me. A slash to my head. I quickly ducked down to dodge. His knife hit the wall behind me with a snap. The corner of the wall immediately appeared cracks. I ran towards the stairs. But this kobold was chasing me. I gritted my teeth and cursed. This kobold is crazy. Then I took out my weapon from the system space. The regular one that I had made with my crafting skills. Only then did I see that it was a level 20 redcap goblin. The kobold did not have any fear because I pulled out my weapon. He waved his long sword again and slashed at me. I tried to defend myself with my club, but it was cut off by his knife. The knife in his hand did not stop. He continued to slash at my body. Luckily I bowed a little. He cut my clothes with this knife. This kobold's speed is so fast. There is no other way. I had to try this. I took out 3 of the hell darts I had made earlier. I threw them at the kobold. The red-capped kobold swung his sword. 2 of the darts were deflected. But luckily, one of the darts hit the back of his hand. The moment he hit the target, the poison gas started to spread on his hand. A blister filled with poison gas swelled up. I didn't expect this kobold to be so ruthless. The knife fell. He chopped off his poisoned hand directly. I was still shocked at his viciousness. The next second, I found that he disappeared from where he was just now. When I saw him again, he was already above my head. Damn, this speed is too fast. The kobold fell from the sky and slashed my body with a vicious slash. I stumbled and fell to the ground. Death again. The kobold stomped on my corpse like a victor. With a treacherous laugh, he said coldly, "There are no surviving humans here now, are there?"